In the summer of 2018, a Japanese company named Pixiv released, for free, Vroid Studio. This application is a 3D anime/virtual idol character creator that's so easy that even people who have never tried 3D modeling in the past can pick it up and use it right away. Sadly, as this program is still in beta, there seems to be a complete lack of English tutorials for this application. To help you all out, I thought I would give a complete walkthrough about how to use it. This is geared towards the absolute beginner and requires no knowledge of 3D modeling or animation. During the course of these lessons, we'll stay for the most part within Vroid Studio itself. Some of the more intermediate lessons may need supplemental programs. This might include a graphics editor or a separate 3D modeling program. These tools will also be free to download and use. The first thing we'll need to do is download the Vroid Studio application. In this tutorial, we'll be using the 64-bit Windows version. A Mac version exists as well, but as I don't own a Macintosh, I'm afraid I'll have to stick with what I have. However, once the program is installed, both the PC and Mac versions run almost exactly the same. The program is available at http://studio.vroid.com/download.html. The download page is in Japanese, but don't fret. If you're on a non-Japanese computer, then Vroid Studio will automatically configure itself for English. On the download page, you'll need to scroll down to this blue section here. Here it says Download, and you can pick either the 64-bit Windows version on the left or the Mac version on the right. Selecting your version will give you a zip file to download. Go ahead and place this on your desktop. Vroid Studio is designed to run without an installer. We'll just unpack the zip file by doing a right-click and then selecting Extract All. This will create a folder on the desktop. As a matter of cleanup, I'll go inside this new folder and rename the folder inside to Vroid. Then we'll move this out to the desktop, and then delete the download package and the extra folder that was created. When opening the folder, you can run the Vroid Studio program. Most likely, you'll get a warning that Windows protected your PC. The reason why this happened is because Vroid is still in beta and has not been digitally signed by Pixiv. Windows detected this program came from the internet, didn't know who the publisher was, and is being a little protective. When we click More Info, we can verify this is the program we wanted to download and then click Run Anyway. When we do this, Windows won't bother us again about it. Next, we'll get a splash screen, and now the program is open. We want to make sure that the first box in the upper right is set to English. It should have been done for you automatically. You can select Japanese here as well. I also like to make sure my 3D preview quality is set to high. Vroid will show you a few sample characters, called avatars, along the top. These are pre-made, free, and public domain characters you can play with. For now, let's create a new avatar we can experiment with. Press on the big plus below, and you'll be directed to select a model type, either a boy or a girl. Up here, you can also go back to the avatar selection screen. For now, we'll pick the girl and wait for it to load. Once loaded, we'll have a menu bar with a few tabs along the top, and then a main body below that is split into 3 sections. On the left is the tool panel, in the center is the camera panel, and on the right is the property panel. First things first, we should probably center our new friend in the camera panel. To pan the camera, press down on the mouse wheel in the camera panel and then drag the model around. This can also be accomplished by pressing down on the spacebar, and while it's pressed, left-click and drag in the camera panel. To zoom the model in and out, you use the scroll wheel. The zoom is a little anemic and designed for close-up work, so zooming in and out at a distance will require a few more spins than normal. To rotate your model, you right-click and drag in the direction you want to spin. Along the top, there's a menu bar that has your typical options. File has Save and Save As. For now, let's save the model. It's going to ask us for an avatar name, so we'll just call her Kaori for now. This model is then saved in your Documents folder under Vroid and then Avatars. It can be used in other programs such as VDraw and can be easily converted into other 3D formats. Later on, we'll learn how to open this file without Vroid Studio and view the contents inside. Under Edit, you can see Undo and Redo. These are Ctrl-Z and Shift-Ctrl-Z respectively. Vroid Hub, here, is a social network run by Pixiv where you can share models. We are currently disconnected from the network. This is a bit of a typo. That should actually read disconnected and not disconnect. Help has some useful looking functions that are unhelpfully in Japanese. These video tutorials should replace those. Under the menu bar, we have 6 tabs for editing various parts of the model. We have the face editor, the hair editor, the body editor, clothing editor, general editor, and camera/exporter. Each of these will have their own video, but for now, here's a quick overview. The face editor allows us to alter the face using sliders for various attributes. There's also a shader and texture editor for more advanced work. The hair editor gives us tools to design our hairstyles in intuitive ways. The most useful allows us to draw directly on the model. Then there are more advanced options to allow us for simple reading for groups and texture editing. The body editor allows us to alter the body along the same lines as the face editor. We also have access to underlying textures and shaders if we need them. The clothing editor gives us a few presets for some clothes. By default, the girl that we selected earlier has a base, a student uniform, and a one-piece dress. The texture editor here will allow us to alter these clothes like a digital seamstress or tailor. The general editor has some miscellaneous options for backlighting and animation constraints for the eyes. Finally, the Camera and Exporter tab allows you to pose and finalize your shots with visual effects and animation. After which you can snap a picture, export to another 3D program, or even upload to Vroid Hub to share with others. So this was the first series of how to use Vroid Studio. In the next video, we'll take a deep dive into the face editor. We'll also get a basic overview of 3D modeling to help take on some of the more intermediate and advanced features of the application. Thanks for hanging out. I hope to see you around.